Have you ever noticed a funny paradox? You can call your cat, offer them premium treats, and buy the most expensive towers, yet they just walk right past you, only to curl up on the lap of the one guest who is actually allergic or doesn't even like animals. Does it sting a little? Maybe. But there is actually a deep biological reason for this. Feline love isn't random, and it isn't a lottery. It's science. And if your furry friend has chosen you as their favorite, it means you have unknowingly passed a very difficult exam in cat psychology. Today, we're going to break down 8 signs that you are the center of your cat's universe and learn how to become the chosen one. Welcome back, friends. Many people think of cats as aloof, independent, or even selfish creatures that walk by themselves. But modern ethologists, experts in animal behavior, would disagree. Cats are capable of forming deep, almost parent-child bonds with humans. But cracking this code of trust isn't easy. A cat doesn't love you for something. They love you because you are safe, predictable, and understanding. Let's go through the list of 8 points based on feline psychology. If you recognize yourself in these, congratulations. Your bond with your pet is much deeper than you think. The first and perhaps most important point is respect for personal space. It sounds like advice from a human relationship book, doesn't it? But for cats, this is a matter of survival. In the wild, physical contact is always a risk. So, when you don't force interaction, when you don't scoop them up against their will and don't bother them while they're sleeping, you are sending a powerful signal. I am not a threat. I respect your choice. Cats don't have a concept of social politeness. If a person constantly violates their boundaries, the cat enters a state of chronic stress. But if you let the cat initiate contact, for example, by simply extending a finger and waiting for them to rub their nose against it, you are giving them the most valuable thing, a sense of control. Remember that guest who ignores the cat? They sit still, avoid eye contact, and don't reach out. To a cat, that is the perfect behavior of a polite primate. So, if you know how to wait for the cat to come to you for affection, you are definitely at the top of their list. But respecting the silence is just the beginning. Sometimes a cat needs to hear your voice, but only if it sounds right. Have you noticed that when you see a cat, your voice automatically goes higher and softer? Don't be embarrassed. Science is on your side. Cats are evolutionarily tuned to high frequencies because that's the sound of their prey, and that's how kittens communicate with their mothers. A low, loud voice can be perceived as a threat or the growl of a large predator. Studies show that cats are excellent at distinguishing tone. When you speak to your pet in baby talk, it activates the pleasure centers in their brain. Moreover, they know their names perfectly well. If you regularly talk to your cat, not just giving commands, but having a casual conversation, they start to see you as a safe social partner. Yes, we might look a little strange discussing the weather or gas prices with a cat in a serious tone. But to your furry friend, that soft mumbling is the best music. If you talk to your cat often and they reply with a short meow or a purr, you have an excellent dialogue going. Voice is important, but cats are masters of nonverbal communication. If you can read their tail and ears, you are effectively fluent in their language. The third sign of your special status is that you understand cat body language. Unfortunately, many people ignore stop signals. For example, when the tail starts twitching nervously side to side or the ears flatten into airplane mode. A person might think, "Oh, she's playing," and keep petting. And a second later, they get scratched. A loving owner notices these micro signals before a conflict happens. You know that if a cat rolls onto its back and exposes its belly, it's a sign of trust, not an invitation to rub their tummy like a dog. That's usually a trap. And what about the famous slow blink? This is when a cat looks at you and slowly closes their eyes. If you blink back at them, you are speaking their language, saying, "I love you, I trust you." Understanding these signs reduces the animal's anxiety. The cat thinks, finally a smart human who doesn't need to have everything explained with claws. Point number 4, you create a predictable world. Cats are creatures of habit. They hate surprises. For them, love equals safety, and safety equals routine. If you feed the cat at the same time, if you aren't moving the litter box every week, and you don't throw loud parties when the cat is sleeping, you become a guarantee of stability. It's important to talk about food here. Yes, the way to a cat's heart is through its stomach, but it's not just about calories. The one who provides food is seen in nature as a parental figure. But even more importantly, you don't make the cat beg for food or stress about its absence. You also create a safe base, places where no one touches the cat. If you forbid children or guests from pulling the cat out of its house or off a high shelf, you are, in the cat's eyes, their personal bodyguard. And that is valued above all else. But life with a cat isn't just about peace and food. Inside every domestic fluffball sleeps a formidable predator that needs to blow off steam. You become special to a cat if you play with them. Many people think cats grow out of playing. That is a myth. Play for a cat is a simulation of hunting, the only way to satisfy their predatory instinct in an apartment. When you grab a wand toy with a feather and make the cat run, jump, and, most importantly, catch the prey, you trigger a massive release of dopamine, the joy hormone. Just dumping toys on the floor isn't enough. A dead mouse isn't interesting. A cat needs interaction. If you spend even 10 to 15 minutes a day on active play, you become the source of the brightest emotions in their life. Have you noticed how peaceful and confident a cat looks after playing? This is called the hunt, catch, kill, eat cycle. You help them feel like a lion. Cats repay this with boundless loyalty. But what happens when things go wrong? When a vase is broken or a plant is dug up? Your reaction in that moment defines everything. The sixth and very difficult point: you do not use punishment. Yelling, rubbing their nose in it, using a spray bottle, all of this destroys the bond instantly. A cat's brain doesn't build the chain. I tore up the sofa 10 minutes ago, so I'm being scolded now. They only see, my beloved human has suddenly become aggressive and scary for no reason. The person a cat truly loves is someone they feel safe making mistakes around. If a cat misses the litter box, the chosen one doesn't yell but looks for the cause. Is the litter dirty? Is the cat in pain? Your calmness in crisis situations tells the cat about your strength and reliability. You are a rock, not a volcano. And finally, if all these conditions are met, the cat starts marking you as theirs, literally. The final sign is that you have become part of their chemical profile. When a cat rubs against your legs or bunts your chin or cheek with their head, they aren't just scratching an itch. Cats have scent glands on their face that release friendly pheromones. With this action, they are tagging you. This is mine. This human is part of my family. A cat's love also shows in moments of vulnerability. If you're sick or sad and the cat comes just to lie nearby, that is the highest degree of empathy. And if they allow you to be nearby when they feel bad, when they are looking for a hiding spot but don't hide from you, that is absolute trust. They might bring you a toy, start grooming your hand with their rough tongue, or simply sleep back to back with you. All of these are quiet ways of saying, I love you in cat language. Being the chosen human for a cat is a privilege that cannot be bought with food, but can be earned with patience and understanding. If you recognized yourself in these points, well done. You are not just an owner. You are a reliable partner, a parent, and a best friend to your tailed companion. And if not everything matches yet, don't worry. Cats are surprisingly adaptable. Start playing more, slow blink at them more often, and respect their desire for solitude. You will see how their look changes. Friends, how does your cat show love to you? Do they headbutt you, bring you mice, or maybe make biscuits on your blanket? Let us know in the comments. Let's collect an encyclopedia of cat affection. Take care of your furry friends, and see you in the next video. Purr.